Greetings, Keechlings. Keechprime here with March's comic event. Today we will be doing The Transformers, Hearts of Steel. This is a comic that I've been meaning to read for a really long time. Like, I remember when it first, like the first couple years it was out, and I was like, steampunk aesthetics with Transformers? That's like right up my alley. I love that kind of stuff. I don't know if this is happening during like the Industrial Revolution, which was like 1760 to 1840, or if this is like during the American Civil War, which was 1861 to 65. So there's a lot of over 100 years between the start and ends of those events. So this, I would assume, because they turn into trains from what I've gathered. So, yeah. I mean, what else were they going to turn into? Maybe a boat. I don't know. I don't really know what was really possible that a Transformer could turn into during this rough time period. But, yeah. Today we'll be covering, like, issues 1 and 2. This was, like, a short-lived series. I don't even know if it's going to have, like, a conclusive ending. It was, like, part of the Evolutions series of comics they were trying to do in the, like, the mid-2000s. But this one, sadly, didn't pan out. Or I think it might have actually been the only one. I can't remember. I only read up on it very briefly. But anyway, we've got Bumblebee. Oh, he looking cool with his freaking, what do they call those? The ones where they, like, put the, why is John Henry there? Huh. Okay. Looks like John Henry anyway. Also, is that has to be his alt form. That has to be. But yeah. It's like, what do they call them? Like stake drivers? Or whatever, but like they used hammers back in the day. You know, you had like Chinese immigrants that were coming in, you had slaves, you had just regular folks looking for a job because railways were coming in fast, and they had to get those things connected, or otherwise, yeah, trains ain't getting nowhere, and progress is halted. But yeah, we got like, so John Henry is supposed to be in this timeline or what? I don't know. Or is that just me thinking that it looks like him? The typical depiction of him anyway. Oh! We've got a picture of what B looks like and everything in his alt form. He literally has B on the side of him. Uh-huh. I do like his both forms. He kind of looks like a very weird steampunky Percy with just yellow paint. And also 2 smokestacks. That's unusual. But yeah, his robot form looks pretty nice. Wonder actually how many of them actually show up in this series. Like I said, I don't know what kind of machines they could turn into that wouldn't be like totally like out of place. I mean, he's already pushing it with the fact that he's yellow. Bright yellow. They didn't do much paint, I doubt, for trains. Okay, we are what looks like on Cybertron or some other planet. It was war. Machine against machine on a distant planet. I can't even tell who these are. There's like a green Autobot and some red Decepticon who looks like a dragon. And then the Autobot, are they supposed to be from the Beast Wars era? Oh my god, what if that actually is the case? Because in Beast Wars we had the like the ones from the 1980s cartoon, the G1 series. And like we got to see them in the Beast Wars era. Like this would have been millions of years after they had crash landed on Earth. Like, what if that's where this is all taking place? Like they just woke up like 200 years earlier, almost. And that's why they took on that form. But a planet slowly becoming enveloped in ice. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, these are definitely Beast War era transformations. Because they're all like dinosaurs, bugs, and other assorted beasties. An entire species of native fauna and flora died beneath the killing cold. Two armies battled on, tireless, relentless. Yeah, most of the Autobots seem to be... I can't even... Yeah, they mostly seem to be dinosaurs, I think. And then the Decepticons are... Some are more lizard-like, unless that's not actually a transformer at all, because there's like a couple of them that look about the same. But, I mean, then again, you know, you start thinking about some of these armies, they're not all going to have, like, unique forms. That dude's shooting a beam out of his tail. I think that's the guy we saw earlier. Yeah, they're just like dogpiling around each other, it looks like. The combat would end only when one side was destroyed. There would be no peace without victory. Okay, they're going by Highlander rules. And only tell... Or how does it go? Until there is one, or something like that. It's been a while since I've tried to do that quote. As the world grew colder, a group of combatants retired from the struggle. Power supplies dangerously low in the chill affecting their performance. Wait. Don't tell... Why does that look like, what's his name? Crap. He was like a little red truck in G1. Was it Hauler or something? That kind of looks like Prowl. I can't make out the other two. Are these supposed to be like the original Autobots that like will awaken like normally? But like, They found shelter in the warm embrace of the planet's subterranean reaches. Here they would lie without fear of being discovered by their enemies. They could remain at low power until conditions on the surface changed. Yeah, that has to be Prowl. I mean, like that very prominent like crest that he's kind of got and his color scheme. I can't quite figure out who the rest are. Safe from harm for centuries, and there's poor B. What the heck was he? Oh shit, they fossilized. Millennia. Shouldn't that be eon? Hey, is there a P in eons? I don't know. I'll just think it's eons either way. So apparently he defossilized. And uh-oh. He's activating. Some rocks fell on him. Was? That hammering sound of those Decepticon rats found us. Oh, he was some kind of bug, I guess. I guess it goes along with his name, right? Like, it's the way his shoulder pads look. They look more like dinosaur tail or something, but he's got like bug-looking things on his back. Interesting. Should I awaken Optimus Prime? Oh my god, what does Optimus look like? Okay, immediately there he is. He was like right behind you. And what if it's not the Decepticons? It'll be silly Bumblebee, you booted up for this. I'll see what it is for myself. I mean, you are a scout. Just a little peek, nothing wrong with that. The exit has collapsed. How long have we been down here? A good long time, my man. The world is actually like... So this is Earth, right? So like... Where they just ended up in the frickin' Ice Age, I guess is what... I thought this was like an alien planet at first. Because like... Some of the forms didn't look like anything I think we've ever known to have existed on the planet. So, but I'm guessing this is Earth. Or maybe because, like, they don't have any energy reserves. So they probably go straight to steam. Yeah, that's probably more reason why they turn into trains and stuff. They're like, it ain't no energon, but it gets the servos going. You know. Anyway, he's picking up a rock that was blocking the entrance a long time. Oh, okay, so it was literally just the drivers. They're like putting down the rail line as the train is like slowly that is like the stupidest thing ever. Like, how long is that train ride? Or is the train actually helping like compress the track down as it goes? I never understood. It doesn't look like the same planet. Yeah, it ain't. It's like there's little people running around. You don't even know what people are, but still, there's like little creatures doing tasks. And there's grass and stuff growing again. And there are machines. Yeah, those are pretty new, actually. Huh? He's seeing the crap. What was I calling him before? Dang. Crap. John Henry. That's it. It's like he's driving down more of the railroad spikes. More spikes. Get a move on, y'all. So they're bringing in more. A man's got to earn his dollar. A man? So, yeah, he don't know what a man is. It's like, I am machine. But anyway. Rails, Trude? Okay. And ready, John? Oh my god, it is John Henry. Spike Slade, John Henry. Ha! Stand aside, y'all. My hammer's fixing to fall, and all God's earth is my anvil. Okay. Okay, he's got a flair to him, don't he? With the words. Oh, there's a steamboat. Who's going to become a frickin' steamboat? Let's see. San Francisco Bay. Drop anchor here, skipper. Right by this marker buoy. I was promised a marvelous expedition that would, or exhibition. Bleh. Those two words always get me. That would appear directly on the spot of water. I hope for your sake it's bloody marvelous, Mr. Twain! Mark Twain! They just fucking merged everything together. This excursion is costing you a pretty penny. Oh, he is young Twain. Look at that dark hair. These blasted San Francisco summers will be the death of me. Cast your eyes there, Jules. Jules Verne! Sweet Jesus! Who's next? I don't even know anybody else from this time period. There. That's worth a pile of any man's silver. Okay, something's coming out of the water. Oh, it's the frickin' Civil War sub. Oh, God. Who's going to become that? Let's see here. Ahoy! Permission to come alongside. Mr. Twain, is that you? As promised, Mr. Muldoon. That name don't ring a bell. You did not exaggerate your claims, son. You bear witness to the SS, Vichuna, my submarine. That's no proper craft. A toy. Says the captain who's never seen one. It literally came out of the water and he's still alive and dry. That's something you should know is going to be kind of cool. I see your Gallic elan has melted away, Mr. Verne. Monduet, a submarine? You don't even know what a submarine is. She submerges to a depth of 3 fathoms. Well, that ain't too far that I'm aware of, but I don't know fathoms. And can be piloted by one man. Her power derives from a series of, and something else is coming up. What's that? Oh, sub done flipped. Bye, Muldoon. No. Oh, and they threw him a lifesaver. While laughing at his poor ass. Well, that sunk to the bottom. I bet that's going to become a Decepticon. It's going to awaken it. Yep. Is that Starscream? He looks kind of aquatic in nature. I mean, the way that he's got like these like dino fish fins on his head. But that looks like Starscream if I've ever seen him. Ruined. A laughingstock. Aw, he's warming his feet and everything. You're lucky to be alive, Tobias. and this chill may kill you yet. You need a belly full of brandy, son. That don't do shit for you. It restricts the blood flow. Thank you. And Twain drinks it anyway. Okay, you're kind of being an asshole. Mr. Twain, hard to see how you'd get any further investors with today's sad display. My every dollar went down with the Victuna. I think I've heard that name, but I can't quite recall. I'll return to St. Louis a broken man. Jules, here seems taken by your contraption and suffers from flights of wild fancy. Perhaps he has an idea or two for you. I mean, you did. What year is this taking place in? Because, like, it was, let's see. It was 10 years prior to 1885, so 1875 is when he writes From Earth to the Moon, or was that, I'm trying to remember from frickin' Back to the Future 3. Otherwise, I wouldn't know anywhere when that book was published. Whichever book it was. Perhaps, Monsieur, perhaps. 5 miles of track today, John Henry. That's a piece of rail, John. We'll make it 6 tomorrow. We'll need an extra rasher of this... Rasher? I guess ration. Of this bacon, John. Or you'll need it. Still, have any of that sweet butter? I'll get some on your bread, John. So they're really tending to him because he's doing so much of the work. Seems like someone ought to create a contraption for setting and driving spikes. Maybe they can ponder up something and give us a rest. You mean something to take our jobs? Cletus? No, thank you to that fool notion. I mean, that is what kills you. It was the overexertion, or at least that's what in the folktale. I don't know if like there was any true evidence of what killed him. Was did he just die from overexertion, or did he just die of some other cause? The Lord didn't give me this strong back and these big hands. What has the big hands got to do with anything? For nothing else but to use them. I'll go to my reward a hammering and not... My reward? What? Some of these phrases don't make sense to me. And not standing by and a watching. Though it do wear on a man. Uh-oh. We've got what looks like Prowl and I'd say Ratchet. They call themselves men. They're all over the planet now. They have machines, but not like us, Bumblebee. Driven by the contained pressure of heated water. Simple, but effective. So we've got a scouting party now. I have a feeling we've been powered down for a very long time. I've been listening to them. They have cities and rail vehicles like this run everywhere, connecting them. Not everywhere just yet. They're at the beginning of their learning about automation. Too early for us to intervene. We should return to sleep mode. But don't you see, they need our help. They work so hard to reach their goals. They dream and plan, but it's just out of their reach. I would advise not activating Optimus Prime now. I agree. We'll wait another 100 years or so. 100 years. It's like, give him 10 more minutes. Just add a 0 to it. Let's see here. Bumblebee, he's already gone. And he's like, just stares at John creepily. He's like, wait, I'm tired of waiting. We'll fall apart and rust before they do anything. You literally fucking fossilized and came back. I don't think you rust. At least through normal means. There was that rust virus in the G1 cartoon, though. Let's see here. Men. You just creeping in the fucking window like that's disturbing. They live and work inside this machine. Eh? Someone there? So they thought they saw his blue eyes. The simplest chemical reaction in the universe harnessed to serve them. If only they... Whoops. I tell you, John, I saw something. Maybe it was a bear you saw. Smelled our campfire and it was bigger than a bear, John. Bigger than a grizzly? There ain't no such animal. You ain't seen an elephant, John. That thing... Oh my God, he turned into a train already. How'd you get on this side? Why didn't we hear it coming? Ain't no animal at all. Some kind of locomotive. And where's the crew? There ain't even a driver's cab. Oh, that is interesting. Like, why didn't he include that? Like, every other transformation, if it's a vehicle, there's always room for people to occupy it and pretend to drive it if need be. Or they can pilot things, to keep up appearances of, robots in disguise more than meets the eye. Anyway, I already don't like it. Some spanking new job from back east, I swear. Okay, now we're back with Twain. It sank. My money is now at the bottom of the bed. Wait, then that ain't Twain then. Because he was literally there watching it. You assured me it was a sound investment, Muldoon. In theory. Wait, isn't Muldoon the name of the bear from Brave? Like the Bear King. Not the Bear King. The evil prince of the old kingdom and everything. I don't give up, so I'm guessing he's Scottish. Irish maybe, but Scottish more likely. I don't give a fig for your theories and will not advance you another nickel. And I guess this is whoever this dude's wife is, or it might be Muldoon's wife. I don't know. I think it was a marvelous idea, Tobias, even if father has lost it. Oh, no, that's his daughter. Okay, never mind. The investor's daughter. Even if father has lost faith in your submarine kitty. Oh God, don't tell me we're getting bonanza in on this shit. And as to the subject of finances, you can't pay for this meal, can you? Well, no worry, I own this hotel. Well, that is, oh, making him clean the dishes. I mean, I guess if there's no other way. Marvelous. Submerge yourself in that, lad. To the tune of $40. $40?! That's like fucking 2 weeks' pay. Like shit, or more than that, actually. Like, God, what kind of meals are you serving there? Submerge yourself in that, lad, blinking old fool. And who is the true fool, Tobias? You're all justified in laughing at a submersible boat, huh? Excuse me. Who'd want to buy one if I could build it? Besides, all that I could bear another failure. The way Kitty looked at me, I'll carry that to my grave. You surrender so easily. Who? Who said that? Oh, is B, or is it somebody else that turned into a boat? Because he's on the waterfront. See, you are a scientist, an engineer, an inventor, or oh, that's him saying it, never mind. An engineer, an inventor, where are you? You understand the technology of this world. I am well versed in the advancements of the day. You sound as though you were speaking from inside a bellows. Oh, we've got a fucking boat transforming. I am the end result of a science beyond your understanding. I am here to serve you in the exploration of all that is possible of your world. Godfrey Daniel! What the fuck kind of a... Godfrey Daniel! What is I'm looking at? Okay, you're gonna break the deck. Okay, well, the deck is broken. I may be going mad. I am a living machine. I am an automated life form. Oh God, it's Shockwave. I am called Shockwave. My kind are called Transformers. So they're the ones that make first contact. This is bad. So you must have been you must have not been too far away from frickin' Starscream when the sub went down. And I am here to reshape the future of your Earth. In the name of the Decepticons, is what he probably should have said. But he's trying to, he's trying not to make him shit himself to death, too early. To be continued. Okay. Oh, I just saw artwork for his form. Okay. So he had I think it's called like an Ironside, like paddle boat or something. But yeah, that's what he turns into. Looks pretty awesome. I rather enjoy. Also, he still has a gun arm. It's a Gatling gun. Chimney reveals Gatling gun. Oh my god. Really? That's your arm? Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, he had two head designs at one point. I do prefer the wider head. It just goes more with his aesthetic that's been pretty stable throughout, the generations. Okay. Issue number 2. Also, I forgot to mention this. Links down below so you can read along and everything. This should be self-explanatory, but I always forget. Sorry. Also, he must have the anchor on his back because he has like the chain coming out of his gun arm and it's going up to his back. Oh, here's concept art for Starscream. He's still some kind of a plane. Oh my god, that's like an evil steampunk plane if I've ever seen one. Got all them tail fins and like chimneys. What? Okay. He's still got like where he normally had like lasers on each arm. He's now got Gatling guns. Okay. He looks like something Batman would, fly around in. This would be like the 1800s equivalent of like the Batwing, basically. Let's see here. Now. Somewhere along the Denver, how do you pronounce this word? It's a Native American word. The Shawnee rail line. Oh, B, are you actually... Does he actually have a freaking, like, pile driver to help Henry? Like, he does. His freaking cow catcher opened up and he's got one in there. This'll make pleasure of laying rail. Darndest thing I ever seen. Tireless, I tell you. It's a blessed marvel, it is. Idiots. Also, he's doing like a whole nother line by himself. Poor Henry. Or John, I should say. Ain't that contraption a sight, John Henry? Why are you calling him completely John Henry? Just say John. Dag smelled pile of bolts. Dagged? Okay. You ask me. Don't sweat or go hungry or get parched. It's change, Brawnley. Or Brawley? Brawley? I don't know. Change ain't always a welcoming thing. Or a welcome thing. What could be wrong? It does all the work for us, Big John. That's so, brother. I went kind of black voice with that. Sorry. I don't know. I try to get the feeling for their like dialects and everything, and it's just sometimes I'll slip into it more than I intend to. I see men fetching water and wood for it. Looks more like we're working for it instead of the other way around. Well, isn't that... It's literally what all life is. You're either working for somebody or you're working for something. That is life, basically. So, I don't know what John's problem with it. I get why he, it's like it'll put us out of the job, but as long as you can be there to, keep fueling it, you still are working. But to be honest, given this time period, he would be the first one to be let go, potentially. Same ways we fetch you biscuits and beans, John Henry. Oh, Lord. And he's like, that face. Now you done it, Cletus. He gonna kick your ass. No offense, Big John. Don't be swinging that sledge my way here. I'll kill you in your sleep, you bastard. That's what that laugh tells me. Oh, there's someone hiding in the shadows. You boys scrape up some of them biscuits and beans, okay? Give me the steam to leave that devil's device in my dust. Coming up, brother. Oh, who is this snively, whiplash-looking motherfucker? Smythe, have you learned anything of that steam hammer that arrived in the night? Oh, and this dude I don't know who this dude reminds me of. Nothing, Mr. Van Flint. I've checked supply manifests and work orders and no mention of any such machine. Then wire, Sacramento Smythe. I want to find the source of this hammer and order a dozen more like it. Oh, he got some money then. Okay, we've got a whole operation down there. Oh, we've got stasis pods. We've got just everybody building shit. They're building a base, I think. And look at him. He's just having a field day. Murdoon, don't do it. Don't do it, Moy. Don't do it. Astonishing. Positively astonishing. Oh, he's in like a little bubble on the back of Shockwave's back. That's interesting. He looks like those backpacks that are for your cat. They have like the little dome on it so that they can look out. Shockwave has a pet. Entirely mechanical beings. You have your own society, your own will. Who created you, Shockwave? We are born of Cybertron, a living world, Tobias Muldoon. A planet millions of light years from your own. He doesn't know what light years means. Another planet. You're kind of from the stars. For what purpose have you traveled to Earth? All will be known to you in time, Tobias Muldoon. Wait, who's this dude? I don't know who this dude is. Oh, now he's up front. He's in like his chest region now. Interesting. The world above is greatly altered, my brothers. The dominant species is called human. I bring you one of their number, Tobias Muldoon. And they have achieved what level of technology, Shockwave? Okay, that looks like Starscream now. They forge steel and run land and sea conveyances, Starscream. These are powered by inert ossifers? Organic material. So basically just fossilized organisms, yeah. Have they developed flight? That science is within their grasp, Octane. Oh, Octane! Isn't he like the leader of the frickin', what was it, the Destructicons, I think? Because he was like a big rig truck. They had a tank, like a jeep, a space shuttle for some reason, and a helicopter. Okay, Starstream get a little up and close and personal. Are you, conveyanted with the technology of this, world, human? I'm a scientist and an engineer. Then you shall play a part in our plans. Plans? What is the nature of your plans? World domination, my dear little meatbag. Your world is on the threshold of great advancements. My fellow Transformers and I can help you, Tobias Muldoon, usher your planet into a new age. Wait, why does that guy look like frickin', what's his name? They're like frickin' post the movie right now for some reason. Wait, I think that the dude I saw earlier, I was like, who is he? I think he's one of the Insecticons. And then over here on the far right, that looks like frickin' Galvatron. And then behind him looks like it's either, what was it, Scorcher or Cyclonus. It'll be an age combining the imagination of man with the power of machine. Great cities of light. Yeah. With each city joined by highways of steel. And one day soon, your kind will reach the stars as we have. That is unprecedented opportunity to be sure, sir, but the world runs on more than coal or coke. Coke? What kind of coke you be talking about? I think by this point, like, Coca-Cola should be a thing, but like, my work requires funding unless you fellows have brought a great deal of currency with you. Currency? Tell me about this concept, Tobias Muldoon. Oh Lord. So now they're just having a little powwow. Well, I'll try to explain how the economy of my world works. Okay, now we're back with John. So everybody's telling me you're the future, huh? Steel and steam are no replacement for muscle and sweat. Never will be. I'm not here to replace you, John Henry. Who said that? My name is Bumblebee. I'm here to help you and help all of mankind. Lord Almighty. Well, it's better than frickin' what was it? It was, something Daniel. Lord Almighty, I must be sunstruck. In the middle of the night. Oh, I like that B has, like, instead of his little horns, he's got, like, nuts and bolts. I come from a place far from here, my fellow Autobots. But you don't know what an auto is. I wish to bring your planet to a new age of science. Okay, the fact that they both are doing this is interesting. But obviously, the Autobots actually have humanity. They wouldn't harm another, sentient species if they can help it. But the Decepticons are obviously just using Muldoon. Far from here. You one of them new French locomotives? We were each created for a designated task, but only wish to fulfill that task. We just want to work? Or you just want to work? Well, I can respect anyone who wants to earn his own way, man or machine. They've struck up. Goddamn B, you're small as fuck all of a sudden. Like, I know he's, like, normally small, but, like, based on his train form, like, he's massive. He must be one of those that, like, can mass shift. Like, freaking Megatron in G1 turned into a gun, or a rifle, technically, that Starscream usually used. Now, that's a big-ass gun, but still, he becomes, like, a full-size Transformer. So it's like, yeah, a little weird thing happens. I haven't even opened this. Put her there, friend. The fact that your hand is that big compared to his is ridiculous. There? Shake the hand of a hammering man, Bumblebee. Thank you, John Henry. I like that they actually struck up a friendship. Also, I'm willing to bet that this train that, is like pushing all... Oh, no, wait, those are soldiers. But the train that's normally with them, that's probably carrying a lot of their supplies and stuff for the railway, might be the one that Optimus turns into. Because I imagine he would become like a very fancy locomotive. Awful lot of guns on this run, Abner. Don't you know what's in them cars back there, Dodd? More cash and bullion than you'll see in your lifetime, Abner. Them cars are loaded at the Mint in Denver. Always loaded. Well, we get a ride to California out of it, I guess. So it's just pushing, like... So I'm assuming there's probably a flatbed train or a car on the back of the train, and it's pushing one in the front so that they're fairly well secure, given that they're moving a bunch of cash. Trooper, put that stogie out. Well, we're running dark for security's sake. Not if you keep screaming. Dang fool. He just pitched that, I think, into the same car with them. Dang fool who'd have the sand to rob a federal shipment. A lot of people, I'm sure. Oh my god, don't tell me that the Decepticons are going to steal all this shit. It's like, we might, gentlemen, we might. Abner, look down the tracks. Like, no one saw this light, apparently, but the one dude. A train highballing. Highballing? Right for us. Oh, shit. Oh, it's the Insecticon. Because he has, like, he has kind of like a Meta Bee, from Metabots. Kind of look to him with that. And he's got, like, two, like, springy, I don't know what they're called, but they're kind of like the bumper things that are, like, on the front ends of trains. That's, like, on each side of, like, the coupling. He has, like, two mega versions of those. Oh, shit, he just rammed the train. These tracks are supposed to be clear all the way to Sacramento. The locomotive, it's breaking apart. No, it's transforming. It ain't breaking, Abner. Oh, he wasn't alone. Wait, where'd the fuck the other two come from? Were they just behind? Interesting. Troops, form a line of fire. Defend the train. It's changing. Oh, shrapnel. Shrapnel is one of them. He's the one that has, like, the big pincers. But I don't know what the other ones are. Oh, Bombshell is the one that has the, like, cannons on his head. And I don't know what the third one's called. Shrapnel. The cargo's in the conveyance ahead. You two cover my progress. Bombshell. Why bother? These humans' weapons are weak. The cargo is here, and he's just ripping right through the car. Just as the decoded telegraph messages told us. There are several more inside. Oh, they just have a bunch of safes that they're just picking up like, well, this is interesting. Metal boxes. What value are these to Starscream? Oh, they're ripping them open, and it's like, there's burlap bags with a weird symbol on them. It is the contents of these boxes he sent the Insecticons for. These papers and metals have great value to the humans. Sheets of pressed inert plant matter with pictures of humans on them. I love that they just, like, they don't know what the fuck money is, but, like, it's just the way they're talking about it is ridiculous. What could these be worth to anyone? Oh, a drilling machine. Like, what the hell is that? Oh, that has to be for the base. And there's the plane. The flying machine. Millions and millions. Oh, poor Muldoon. You're working for the bad guys and you don't even know it. The main factory can be placed here with the coal furnace and machine house close by. By constructing a facility of this scale in a location as remote as this will be problematic. We're far from a water supply or source of materials. Secrecy is of the utmost importance in our plans, Tobias Muldoon. All true, Starscream. Only the distance from any rail line greatly complicates our task. They're probably going to build one. We will need to acquire any more financing and raw materials. Oh, here comes a drill out of the ground. That facet of production is being addressed, even as you and I speak, Tobias Muldoon. Oh, so it's the Insecticons. So they have drills, apparently. Okay. Task completed, Starscream. The Insecticons have come through again. I don't understand, Starscream. What task has been completed? We bring the goods you require. Stacks of paper and metal bars. What? Where did you come from, or come upon this fortune? It's more money than I've ever seen in one place. I hope it is enough to begin our operations. Also, Starscream is green, it looks like. When you run low, I will acquire more, Tobias Muldoon. Okay, I think Tobias is starting to realize that, like, these guys aren't on the up and up. I hope he realized... I mean, it wouldn't save his ass unless the Autobots showed up. Okay, so now we've got what looks like ox-driven... Well, there are some horses as well. Of carts of materials, I'm guessing, for the base. Tell me I'm not gone mad. Who would order 20 wagons of goods brought to this godforsaken place? So they somehow, like, contacted... How? I guess telegraph, I guess. Is this shipment, we're not paid for in advance? I'd say we were on a fool's errand. Bless me if that ain't a railhead forward us. Oh my god, they have the Decepticon logo on the railhead. Oh shit. Are you Mr. Tobias Muldoon? I am, sir. Have your men unload their freight here? You've enough lumber and steel here to build a town. Is that your aim, Mr. Muldoon? Sorta. Oh. Oh, the newspaper. I can't read the first word, but gold train seized by criminal cabal. Golly, Ned. That railroad was robbed $1 million. Only $1 million? And gold and cash. It was a army train heading for Sacramento. So now we're back with John and his group. Who'd have the gall to head up an army on a train? Or hold up an army on a train? Soldiers said the train was attacked by machines. They said a big old locomotive turned them into some kind of steel monsters. Ha! Those troopers must have been drunker than skunks. John would tell you a different story if it wasn't for secrecy. You ever heard of anything like that, John Henry? Engines turning into steel monsters? Nope, sounds like bourgeois to me. Oh, bourgeois. I think that's French if I'm right. And now Bumblebee's reporting back. Decepticons! It has to be Decepticons. If they've awakened, we can only wonder how long they've been active. John Henry was surprised at seeing me. I'd guess the Transformers are new to this world. Or, I'd guess they were new. Bumblebee's right. Oh, who is that? I think that's, what is his name? Sun something. Sunrunner? Or no, Beachcoat? No. And then there's like Holler or Brawn or something. I forget. And then I can't make out who that guy is in the far right. But we've got what looks like... Oh, that might have been, what is it? Ironside or... Ironhide. Ironhide. That's the... I thought it was Ratchet, but it's Ironhide because he's red. It's a lot more obvious here. And then there's Prowl up here in the front. Bumblebee's right. If Megatron and his kind were reactivated for any length of time, this world would bow to Megatron. That still doesn't excuse Bumblebee exposing himself to a human. Yeah, keep your dick in your pants. Let me get a cough drop here real quick. The life forms of Earth must be in danger from our enemies. Or might be. We'll have to trust some humans if we're going to protect them. I see no need to activate Optimus Prime. But we will have to have some catching up to do. Oh. This freaking base reminds me of Wild Wild West, like the secret in like Spider Canyon, I think is what it was called, with Dr. Loveless. We will need to send out hunters and find the Decepticon base of operations. They will take in full advantage of any technology this world offers. And there we've got, wait, is that who I think it is? Is that freaking, Blitzwing? I mean, he's got like a cannon on his back, but he's also got wings. And he was a triple changer. He turned from a tank to a jet to a robot. Their lair will be in a remote location, but cannot remain hidden long. See here, we've got the Insecticons doing some work, and we got Muldoon walking around. Their very industrious ways will betray them. This is an integral part of my plans for Earth. Uh-oh, he's hearing things he shouldn't be hearing. Oh, and I see the new plane body got made, and now Starscream has his new flight. The fool Tobias Muldoon has supplied us with his plans for flying craft. A fleet of winged Decepticons will serve as scouts. You will fly the path ahead of the Astro Train. Astro Train's gonna be here to... Oh, sweet Jesus, what is he gonna look like? Oh God, it's like... It's a plane. Or, it's a train. It's a plane. It's also Big Metal Man. What the hell's the world coming to? That's what the most of the people would be saying. Excuse me. So, he's already got freaking plans for Astro Train. Like, okay. Oh, wait, it's transforming? Skywarp. Ah. And the other one's Thundercracker, right? Where's he at? As you command, Starscream. Tobias Muldoon tells me of a great electrical power generator under construction to the east. A coal-powered plant which will provide the energy I need to further my goals. I love that frickin' Starscream isn't even like... Why is it that both the leaders are like completely just out of it, but everyone else seems to be waking up just fucking fine? The subjugation of this planet and the destruction of Megatron. What about the Autobots, Starscream? They slumber, Skywarp. And Tobias is like, oh shit, I'm working for the bad man. And even should they awaken, they can do nothing to stop the Astro Train's progress towards New York City. Tobias is running. A week passes in San Francisco. And whom might I announce is calling, sir? Tobias Muldoon for the lady of the house. Tobias? My stars, you look a fright. So that's Kitty. Oh Lord, he hasn't shaved in a while. I also haven't shaved in a while. A few days. A week on the road, Kitty, without benefit of lodgings or bath. I apologize for my appearance, but I did not know, where to turn. Cleveland, help him out of that wet jacket. Yes, Miss Merriweather. Wait, Merriweather? Why does that name ring a bell? It must be from something else. I don't know if they're real people or not. You see, I've uncovered a grave danger to America and to the entire human race. Muldoon, have you returned to bore us with more of your tiresome fantasies? Okay, so here comes Father. That's all I know him as. I don't think he's had a name. I don't even think we know Kitty's last name. Oh wait, Merriweather. We literally just learned and I've already forgotten. I'm a problem, aren't I? So, Mr. Merriweather, I thought I denied you the company of my daughter. Please, Stanford, if you would indulge a house guest. Oh wait, is his name Stanford Merriweather, or is this the other dude? I'm confused who's who half the damn time. They all look too damn similar. Wait, I think that might actually be Twain. So the light-haired guy is Merriweather. Alrighty. If this lad has a fantastic tale to tell, I, for one, would enjoy hearing it. Okay, so Twain kind of speaking up for the young lad Good to know. Ooh, we get some. Oh, this is like some alternate artwork for Starscream. Like he's got like just three propellers. He's got one in the front and then one on each wing. But apparently he at one point had like a bi-wing or like an old style like biplane kind of design, like Wright Brothers style kind of deal. And he had like freaking 6 propellers. Interesting. Looks like something Miyazaki would come up with, to be honest. We might see that design reappear, though. Interesting, interesting. But yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. Now let's, that was the first 2 issues, and I'll get to the next 2 in the next video. But yeah, like, I'm loving this so far. Like, Tobias, he's a bit of an idiot, but, I mean, you don't ever know when an alien, my wrist popped, is going to be a good guy or bad guy and who you're talking to. I like that Bumblebee came out to John first, like that, and he just really accepted it. And it's like, but it's like hardworking. You're my kind of guy, regardless if you're man or machine. So I like that relationship and that they're actually working together but not stepping on each other's toes. Because, you know, Bumblebee and the Autobots overall want to help humanity and everything, especially now that they know the Decepticons are active as well. But yeah, like Tobias, it was interesting that he was the first one that the Decepticons made contact with, which is very bad for them, or really bad for like humanity, because he's actually an inventor and knows a thing or two about the technology of the day. So that's not great. And they've already built a base. They've stolen like $1 million, which I'm like, is that really, was that just $1 million? That's kind of ridiculous. I would have said a few million at minimum, because it was like 1 or 2 like freaking box cars full of safes. So it's like, it has to be more than $1 million. But either way, and also $1 million apparently pays for a lot in this time period, which I mean makes sense. You know, inflation wasn't as bad, but still ridiculous. But yeah, I like Tobias's character and everything. And it's interesting that we're also getting Jules Verne and Mark Twain thrown into the mix as well. Like, I wasn't quite expecting that. Still don't quite know the time period of this. Like, it would have been nice to know the exact year. I may have to look that up in between, like when John Henry supposedly was alive. I mean, I think he was a real person. It's just, you know, folk tales are kind of that way. They get really blown out of proportion. So, but yeah, so everyone is kind of really active right now, except for the 2 leaders of the factions, which is kind of interesting. I'm actually surprised like so many of them would activate. Like, you would think Shockwave, he's like super loyal to Megatron, yet he hasn't activated, you know, his leader. Like, that's kind of odd. Like, why? If anything, Shockwave should be the one overseeing everything, not Starscream, even though one is the second in command and one of them is more of like an intel, you know, science related officer. So, or at least that's what he's always kind of done. Like, he was the operative that was on Cybertron when everyone else was on Earth. And, like, you know, he made like the warp gates and everything, and he would do like a lot of research and stuff, and, you know, just gathering intel for the Decepticons. So he was kind of an all-inclusive person, but could fight on occasion. It just wasn't as often. But was a giant freaking laser gun. He was kind of like Megatron. Very more reason why he's loyal to him. It's like, we both turn into guns. But yeah, it's still a little weird that he's like, you know, not maybe keeping a closer eye on Starscream, especially with Megatron not being, you know, online at the time. And also the Autobots, like they want to like keep things quiet from Optimus. I don't know why, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But yeah. I'm loving the designs, like, you got like the Ironside warship that Shockwave is. You've got kind of like the very steampunky looking, plane that is now being used for like all of the, what were they called? They were collectively known as something: Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker. Was it just the Flyers or something? I forget. But either way, it's like they had a name, and it seems like they're using the same plane design for all of their forms. And then the whole thing about Astrotrain, and I think I saw Blitzwing. We've got the Insecticons that turn into trains. So most of them are turning into trains. Some are boats, some are planes. They're definitely going to have a lot more variety than probably the Autobots will. They always have, the Decepticons. Like, the Autobots, it's literally in their name. They're going to be more just road vehicles of some kind. Some do get a little variation, like there's Skyfire, and then there was Omega Supreme. He was like a space shuttle, and Jetfire was like a fighter, well, not a fighter jet. He was almost like a kind of like a space shuttle mixed with a jet in a way. It kind of depended on his design, but he was probably more on the plane side of things. But yeah, there's a few Autobots. Like there's Warpath. He became a tank, so if he's around, and might get some kind of a tank to fight against Blitzwing, because they did do battle a couple times, I think, in the old cartoon. But yeah, Blitzwing being like a fourth flyer for the group would be interesting if that was him. But yeah, the fact that they got him, but they're making it seem like they're building Astrotrain, which is interesting. Maybe he got horribly damaged and they're having to rebuild him. And it's like, he was a very big transformer for the Decepticons, which was also weird for the design and size comparisons, because like back in the 90s, or not 90, 86 movie, like all the Decepticons after the battle on Autobot City, they all loaded up in Astrotrain. Literally, these giant robots loaded up in him, and he flew off into space. Even freaking what was his name? The Constructicons. No, not Devastator. Shit. When they combine, what was it? Dang, too many weird names in this series. But anyway, it's like even he transformed inside the damn train. The weirdest inconsistency when it came to size. It was ridiculous, but I loved it. But yeah, like, so I'm guessing he must be injured, and they're like, because he'll, he has flight capabilities, he has train capabilities, he'll be really useful, on Earth. Like he can travel places really quick, or in low, in like shorter distances, he can just use railways that they've created. Or he'll be used to make the railways, who knows? That's what B can do, apparently, because he got a frickin' like impact hammer or whatever. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah. So most of the Autobots haven't taken on forms yet, so I'm assuming next issue they probably will. Maybe Optimus and Megatron will activate, who knows. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about this. It's really fun to read. I've very much enjoyed it. The art style is appealing. Like the kind of, it's just real gritty. It kind of matches with the story and the time period. Like the introduction of like writers of the time period as characters is interesting. So there's a lot of good in this. I'm just sad that it's only 4 issues long. But yeah, anyway, let me know your own thoughts and opinions on this. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. I'm on the road to 500 subs, so if you can help out, please do. 500, 500, all that good stuff. Links down below for all my social medias so that you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Quichling, all aboard the train.